All right, let's get started. My name again is Rory Powers. I'm with Right Line Trading, and we're going to be doing a presentation on the AI Auto Trader. We've got some cutting edge technology that we've integrated into our automated strategies that does leverage artificial intelligence. And I just want to get the CFTC out of the way. This broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with the licensed financial advisor. So I just want to take just a quick moment. I always cringe when I see presentations and they do testimonials because I always wonder, hey, are these legit? Are they real? Is this what my experience is going to be like? But this is one of many. If you go to Trustpilot, you can see a lot more, but Marcia kind of stands out because Marcia, the testimonial that she provided for us, I'm going to give you just a synopsis, the brief summary, the Cliff Notes version of it. And if you want to see the full version, it's on our YouTube channel. But Marcia came to us. She had traded some Forex in the past. She had dabbled with some bots that traded on the Forex markets and had never traded futures or on the NinjaTrader platform. And, I hear that a lot. I have the privilege of answering the phones here at Right Line Trading. And I talk to a lot of traders who are intimidated by the NinjaTrader 8 platform. They've had a bad experience in the past. It's totally new to them. And they kind of have that, am I getting myself into something that's a little too deep? Well, Marcy kind of jumped right on in head first. And without any experience, we've got a great community of traders that really, there's a wide spectrum of experience levels in our community. On the far left, we have the complete newbie, the person who's completely green. And on the far right, we have professional traders in our niche, in our community, excuse me. Marcia happened to fall on the far left of that spectrum, kind of still wet behind the ears. She didn't have any experience. But what she goes on to say in her testimonial was how the AI Auto Trader had significantly shortened not only the learning curve, but she was able to achieve accomplishments that would have taken anybody else a year to 5 years, several blown accounts, thousands of dollars in growing pains to be able to accomplish what Marcia was able to do in just 60 days. 60 days, she went from never trading a futures contract before or having a prop account to having 16 funded accounts that are still active to this day, about 4.5 or 5 months later now. So not only did the AI Auto Trader significantly shorten her learning curve, but really provided her an avenue to accomplish achievements that would have taken years for anybody else to have accomplished. So congratulations to you, Marcia. And I want to first just really briefly introduce the team. I'm really part of a great team here at Right Line Trading. I've been with Right Line Trading for about 10 years now. And our mandate is to develop innovative trading strategies that help predict the future direction of price. What we really want to provide, not only ourselves, but our members, because we are traders. We're not marketers. We actually trade the market. We trade the system on the right edge of the charts every morning. And what our number one goal is, we want to have an edge over all the other retail traders. Listen, I always use an analogy of going to battle or going to war. And when you're trading against the other retail traders, it's basically a war. You're fighting over your money. Who's going to take home the bacon? And to have an edge over our competitors in a battle is crucial. I always also like to use the biblical analogy, kind of David versus Goliath. David went against the giant with a slingshot, and he was able to to slay the giant. With the AI auto trader, we're going to battle with a cannon, and it really gives us an edge over the other retail traders. And I'm going to explain to you the how we're able to provide you with such a significant edge. So before I do, though, I want to briefly introduce the members of my team. I'm not here alone flipping the switches and pulling the levers. I'm really part of an extremely educated and experienced team. I first want to go over, introduce the traders, the professional traders that we have on staff. We have two futures traders, professional futures traders. We have Mr. Craig Emery. Craig Emery trades the money flow tracker, which really leverages very similar, if not exactly the same indicators that the AI auto trader is leveraging. Craig Emery has developed over the years a very unique style. His primary focus is the NASDAQ, and he's really mastered getting some consistent results trading the NASDAQ across his live and funded prop accounts. Then we have the Kush, Mr. David Kushner. The Kush, what can I say? This guy is kind of like David Wise. They're kind of a little bit of freaks of nature. They don't let human emotion get in the way of their trading. They stick right with the technicals. They have rules-based system strategies. And in order to take an entry, every single one of their rules or conditions, and if it's an automated strategy, must be met, because they've determined that when those conditions are met, that risk is at its lowest. And really, that's our goal as software developers. We want to eliminate risk. We want to take away the losers. It's easy to get into a winning trade, but the hard part is always sidestepping the losers. Over the last 14 years, right line trading has really accumulated a tremendous community of traders of all experience levels. David Wise happens to be our professional options trader. Like David Kushner, they don't rely on their emotions. All of their decisions are driven by the data. David is able to he's able to achieve an 89% win rate over the last several years. I think we're going on 4 years now with David. He's been a professional options trader for over a dozen years, and what a great guy. I mean, this guy is just the epitome of being a professional. Behind the desk here at Right Line Trading, we have Mr. Brock Miller, my right-hand man. He's a college student. He's getting his degree in computer science. We got our guys with their master's degrees in engineering, computer engineering, and computer science. Charles is a graduate of UCLA with a master's degree. Sergio Luque Rodriguez. It sounds like I'm down here in South Florida. You have to have that, that Hispanic twang going. But anyway, Sergio has his master's degree as well in computer science. And man, this guy is sharp. He's gone from developing complex algorithms to mathematical modeling. And now he's stepped up his game. We were in a collaboration with really a world-renowned AI development lab. And Sergio became a student, and he went back to school, and he has learned now how to integrate artificial intelligence into NinjaTrader 8 language with really some cutting edge technology that I don't think any of our competitors are using. The team is led by Mr. Mark Miller, who has his MBA from Cal State. He's a U.S. Army vet, and he brings those core military values of honesty, transparency, hard work. He brings them to the forefront in everything that we do here at Right Line Trading. We want to build a community of traders that's built on honesty, transparency, and integrity. I just want to introduce myself, a little bit about the voice that you hear behind your screen. My name's Rory Powers, been with Right Line Trading for 10 years. I have a passion of trading the financial markets. What can I say? It's almost an addiction. You can't stay away from it. And I reside in South Florida with my beautiful. Well, let me first start with my other passion is saltwater fishing. But my best catch ever, the big one that did not get away, was my beautiful wife, Christelle. She is an RN, and we both reside in South Florida with two beautiful children going on 6 and 2, just a few months away. And those are my two beautiful girls. And this was a picture from just this past Halloween, right before we went on our vacation. On the right is a picture of Mark Miller, Sergio Luque Rodriguez, and myself. We went fishing down in the Florida Keys. And you see this big, beautiful grouper here. And we have some snappers and a couple of other fish. And this restaurant in the background cooks the fish when you come in from the boat. But anyway, let's get on with the show. The genesis of the AI auto trader. Listen, have you ever had a day trading where you felt like this nice lady right here, where you were ready to put a jackhammer through your computer screen out of frustration? That was the genesis. That anger and frustration of blowing another trading account was really the genesis of the AI auto trader. Basically, our lack of consistency. I always refer to it as, the bonehead moves, the human errors, stepping on those banana peels and blowing out another trading account. That was really the genesis of the AI auto trader. And we've all experienced 95, I should say, not all of us, because there are those prodigies, that, like Marcy, who just come to the table and crush it. But the most of us, the rest of us, have all experienced problems with consistency in our trading career and our trading journey. And really, consistency, the number one issue. And I've talked to thousands. I'm going to say thousands, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. I've talked to 1,000 different traders, and really, what it boils down to is most of us suffer from what we call in trading emotional problems. Now, you may not think that have emotional problems. I never thought I did. You think of somebody with emotional problems, with their feet propped up on their psychologist's or their psychiatrist's couch, telling the good doctor where it all went wrong. But that's not what they're referring to with trading. I listened to an extremely intelligent presenter and trader named Christopher Mullen, and he had actually done a study on the human personalities, the core personality traits that we as humans all share, and how it relates to trading. These human emotions and personalities that we all share, and we all have them just to a certain degree of each one of them. But it turns out that during his study, some of us are analytical. We have trouble making a decision and we don't want to be wrong. Some of us are emotional. We just make decisions based on emotion. Some of us are drivers. We want to go, go, go. But it turns out that Christopher Mullen's study found that 10 out of 12 of the core personality traits that we all share do not lend well to being a good disciplined trader, a trader that can kind of channel out all of that outside noise of that life brings us and be able to make decisions that are data driven decisions that are all based on the technicals. Very, very few of us can do that. He found that 10 out of 12 of the personality traits do not lend well. So listen, if you've blown out some trading accounts, if you've had some problems with consistency, you're not alone. You're not alone. I must have blown out a dozen trading accounts over the past 10 years. And I like to blame it on these human emotional issues that we suffer. I'm a habitual drag my stop trader. I can't help myself when I see those P&L, and David Wise, who's our options trader, he always, as a helpful hint, he said, listen, on your chart trader, don't put your P&L on the dollars and cents, on the currency, because that's a trigger. Because when I see my P&L, if I'm in a winning trade and all of a sudden I'm up $200, $300, $400, the first thing I want to do is drag my stop up and not allow the trade to mature. And sure enough, the thing will come and wick me out. Back at about break even or $100. I'll be, I'll lock in $100 or $150, only to watch the trade mature. Where if I had stayed into it, I would have made $700, $800, $1,000 on the move had I just not touched my stop. And the same holds true if I take a little heat on a trade. If I take a little heat, man, I start squirming in my seat. I start sweating under the brow a little bit. And I bail out of the trade only to watch it go in reverse back in the right direction that I had the position. And that's the frustration of my previous slide of that nice lady ready to put that sledgehammer through her screen. I think you know what I'm talking about. But listen, this was the genesis of the AI Auto Trader. These are the problems that we have as traders. And it has become not my commitment, but my team's commitment to bring this to an end. And the way we've done it is with the AI Auto Trader. We've narrowed it down to two things that create trading success. Number one, we want to have the proper tool set to be able to identify risk. Remember, the most important thing is to stay out of the losing trades. That's our number one mandate. David Wise, David Kushner, or those other professional traders that excel have rules for entry that they do not break, because they've determined that those are what the conditions that must occur in order for an entry to be taken with risk at its lowest. Well, this is exactly what these bots do, and they don't break the rules for anybody either. They never get it wrong. They don't make human bonehead mistakes. So these automated bots will only get you into entries that have the highest probability of becoming profitable. Ideally, if you're anything like me, and you can make a perfectly good trading day turn into a terrible one very quickly, then ideally we want software that can automatically get us in and get us out at these most opportune, at these ideal times during the trading session. So the automation, if you're like me, is really an option that you should strongly consider. Another thing that really I think weighs in on this is if you're not, aware, and I've said it before, you probably have heard before, but we happen to be in the midst of what they refer to as an AI revolution. They're coming out with technology that really is cutting edge. For example, NVIDIA, who's really one of the largest, they have the largest market share of these chips that they're using for this AI technology that can just process an absolutely enormous amount of data in milliseconds. They just came out with a new chip that's 30 times faster than the one that they had previously released. And they have one scheduled for 2025 later on in the year that's going to be even faster than that one. So I really, truly believe, well, you could see just here in the past year, it's gone up 243%. All of these major companies, all of these major players are integrating artificial intelligence because of the enormous amount of data that it can process. And it turns out an extremely more efficient outcome. It increases efficiency, and regardless of what you're doing, tremendously. To writing emails or to processing data on your trading chart. Whatever you're using it for, it could do it 100 times, probably 1,000 times faster than you or I can do. So that's really the power that's running the engine of these AI automated bots. The benefits of using the AI technology, well, it eliminates all human emotion that we suffer from, our shortcomings. There's no more overthinking or hesitating on a perfect trade. It's going to place your stop and your profit target in the most ideal location. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. So what it does is it eliminates our own errors that we do so often. I discussed briefly that I'm a habitual stop. I squeeze my stops and I bail out of trades I'm taking heat on. But ultimately, if you do it yourself too, if you think about it, what it does is it really messes up the risk to reward on our trades. One thing I've learned of watching this AI, calculate where we should put our stop and profit targets. When you don't allow your winning trades to run, and you get out of your losers too soon, when I close my winners too soon and I don't allow them to mature, what it does is I can take 2 or 3 winners that would have been, a very nice profit, and probably I could have been on the sideline for the day. But instead, I cut them short, only to pull in on the next trade a loser that's going to wipe out those 3 winning trades that I have blood, sweat, and tears in. So it just completely destroys the risk to reward ratio. So I'm going to go into the of the trade management that these strategies have. And if you're a prop trader, stick around. We've got some custom prop trading templates that are designed specifically to pass the evaluations. And once you pass the evaluation, to trade those PA accounts, those performance accounts with consistency. So I just want to take just a few minutes and kind of go into the technology of why we're having. I do see your question, and I'm going to get to the questions. Bear with me. If I don't get to your question by the end, please do me a favor, because I want to respect everyone's time. I'm going to keep it to 45 minutes. But if you put your name and your phone number, only I can see it. If you put your name and phone number in the chat box, I will give you a call when I'm done, and I'll be able to answer any questions that you have. I assure you. But I'm going to try to get to the questions as soon as I'm done. But I'm going to go over our most profitable strategies for the month of November in just a few minutes, and the results are mind-boggling, and they're almost unbelievable, to be honest with you. But we do trade the system every morning live on YouTube. So they are recorded, so you can go back and see historically these recordings of some of these sessions. But anyway, the reason why we're having the tremendous amount of success that we have been is our bots are leveraging this AI technology that's sweeping across all the industries in our economy. One of the factors, one of the integrations that we're using is what we call the pattern recognition. The trading charts are very geometrical. Throughout the day, they have these candlestick pattern formations that will appear throughout the entire trading session again and again and again. Very geometrical shapes to our trading charts. In fact, Fibonacci, has his levels of areas of support and resistance levels that prove that the market is very symmetrical. So these candlestick patterns that reoccur, what we found and what our machine learning algorithm will do is it will recognize certain candlestick patterns and get you in or out of a trade by learning what happens next. For example, if we're in a long trade and all of a sudden we get a big, ugly, bearish engulfing candle, well, the system is going to exit the trade very quickly and take profits on the trade. Just to give you an example of one of the patterns that it looks at. We also have a technology that will continuously optimize your stop and profit targets based on the average true range of the market. I always field telephone calls, and a very common question that I get is, hey, is this something that every week I'm going to have to keep optimizing the inputs? And we were there about a year ago. That was us before we had this AI integration. And I know several other vendors. You have to constantly stay on top of those conditions in your strategies and change them based on the changing market conditions. And it's a never-ending cycle. You have to keep changing and changing and changing them to keep up with the market conditions. Well, the answer to that question is that's really what distinguishes us from our competitors. This AI integration self-optimizes itself. It will adjust your stop and profit targets. It will adjust the trading session hours of when it's going to trade based on the historical data. Listen, we're in a very news-driven market. The market conditions can change at the drop of a dime. It's a very news-driven market. You could see on Forex Factory, almost every day of the week, there's 2 or 3 or 4 different news reports that are coming out. On an FOMC day like this past Tuesday, I think it was, the market was terrible until Jerome Powell came and made his announcement. The market is choppy and ranging. It was just really a nightmare to trade. But right after he got done talking, all of a sudden we got this beautiful move up that we could all jump in and take a nice long trade and call it a day. So this is a system that's going to recognize in a fast-moving market, whether it's a ranging market or whether it's a trending market, and automatically, dynamically change the inputs of your strategies for you. So there's no constant optimization of the inputs whatsoever. This is showing the candlestick patterns. I always like to bring over a control center. If I go to the strategies and I bring up a strategy for the AI auto trader, you could see we have the main indicators that we're leveraging. We're leveraging our bias indicator. Our market internals is looking for a disparity between uptick and downtick. Our goal is to follow in the direction of the trend that's being created by large institutional money. How do we do it? We look at the moving averages. We look at a multi-time frame assessment of trend. We're able to look at 2 different time frames on our indicators, and these are fully adjustable. We do give you pre-formatted templates, but we like to have a multi-time frame alignment of momentum and trend when we take a trade, and that keeps us in line that keeps us in the same direction as institutional money. We can add 3 trading hours that will dynamically change in the conditions of your trading strategy. The drone and the bot, every one of our bots has what we call a drone that takes a trade in tandem with it. The drone is trading, Mark Miller says, like a drunken sailor. It's trading 23 hours a day nonstop. And it's feeding that information to the bot. The bot is only going to trade when the drone over the course of a few weeks is finding consistency. So it's going to eliminate the hours out of the day that the drone is not profitable. We found that, listen, there's times during the London Open, maybe a half hour after the London Open, or a half hour after the New York Stock Exchange Open, or maybe when the Asian market opens in the evening. It'll pick up on those hours of the day that garner consistent results and will automatically put your bot to trade at those most profitable times. Okay, so that's the dynamically changing trading hour sessions that we've integrated into the system. I always like to show that we have a daily loss limit and a daily profit target. I have a lot of questions regarding set it and forget it. Can I, enable it and go to work? Can I enable it and, do what I need to do? The answer is yes. You could put your risk, if your risk tolerance, you don't want to risk more than $300 a day, and your profit goal is $600 a day. Once it reaches one of these limits, the system is going to shut down for the day and stop trading. For prop traders, we also have the trailing threshold. So if your daily loss limit is 300 and you've gone on to win 500, well, if you give 300 of that back, it's going to stop at plus 200. Okay, so that's that trailing session loss limit. Of course, we can trade any day of the week. If we find there's a certain day of the week that isn't trading well, the system will disable it for that day of the week. We have 3 triggers, signal A, B, and C, and the system has a self-learning component to learn which ones in which market conditions perform the best. We've got a really sophisticated trade management that we've coded directly into our strategy. This strategy runs completely independent of your charts. So with this trade management strategy, we're able to take a one contract strategy and have a very ambitious profit target. If we have a profit target, let's say of 200 ticks, okay, and our loss, let's just say we start off with a loss of 50 ticks and we're going for 200, where we could go to break even on our first target when we get to, let's say, 60 ticks, but we want to lock in 30. So we go to break even plus 30 once it goes 60 ticks. So it goes 60 ticks, we've already locked in 30 ticks of profit. Well, then we have our profit window. So if we go, let's say we go 150 ticks and we're only 50 ticks from our profit target, what our stop is going to do, it's going to jump up to plus 100. It's going to go to 50 ticks behind price. We never want to risk more than we have the potential to earn, to win. So once we're within 50 ticks of our profit target, our stop is going to jump up and come 50 ticks behind price. So in that one contract strategy, we have 2 legs of profits that we're going to be locking in. So it allows us to go for very ambitious profit targets. And I know from crunching the data and watching how this system, this AI data is crunched, those runners that go on to make it 200 ticks, let me tell you something, they make a huge difference in the trajectory of your P&L. You know, I'm somebody that if I'm up $200 or $300, I want to get out of the trade as quickly as possible. But I'm selling myself short. And in the long run, if you look at it on these models that we've developed, it shows you the difference of cutting these winners short and letting them 3 or 4 or 5 of them out of the month go on to become a full excursion trade. And what a difference it makes. Let me tell you something. Completely game-changing results when you allow these trades to mature and you pull in 3 or 4 home runs during that month. It makes a tremendous difference. So I just wanted to show you kind of what's under the hood. This is an example of how the drone and the bot, how that optimization, the trading hours optimization works. You can see on the left, this is a drone running 23 hours. NinjaTrader has in their trade performance metrics, it provides you with the ability to put it to analysis up at the top instead of summary. If you put it to analysis and you look at it by the half hour of the day, this example was for the month of October. In the month of October, you can see on my bottom axis from 8:30 to 3:30, it shows you the P&L each half hour of the day. So the drone is running the full session and it's telling the bot when the most profitable trading hours were. So the bot is eliminating all of this time here that historically it's just inconsistent, and it takes it out of the equation. And it's only going to take those trades when historically it does well. It does well historically during these times. So we stick with the times that it runs optimally. And that's the technology that works automatically. And I want to keep saying automatically because I always get questions. Hey, is this something that I have to optimize myself? Am I going to have to constantly change the inputs? The answer is no. With this new technology, this is a system that optimizes itself automatically based on the current market conditions. And that's really what distinguishes us from our competitors. So we have an extremely diversified portfolio of strategies that really keep their finger on the pulse of the market. We run all of the futures index equities. The futures index equities, I'm talking about the S&P 500, the ES, the NASDAQ, the Russell, the Dow. We've also added crude oil and gold into the portfolio. And these are very liquid instruments. The bid and the ask, I always get questions. Well, hey, what about Bitcoin futures or what about soybeans? You know, one of the prerequisites in choosing these instruments is they have to be liquid. We can't have a big disparity between the bid and the ask. We need it to be very liquid. We need to be able to get in and out of these trades very quickly with a minimal amount of slippage. So we've put together a beautiful diversified portfolio of strategies. One of our most successful ones is this ES that runs on the 30 range. The 30 range ES was actually shared by one of our members. And how many times have you heard me say, you know, some of our best ideas come from our members, you know, you guys, and there's power in numbers. You know, I've talked to people, you know, like Mike M is another one. You find a way, whether it be an automated strategy or in discretionary trading, we develop our own style of trading and we find something, a nuance or something that we find works again and again. Jerry, another guy, Jerry, he owns an appraisal company. He's a master at it. You know, Jerry, you know, he finds little things that just keep reoccurring and he finds a way to profit off it. Well, Robert is one of our members and he shared the ES30 range strategy with us. And man almighty, what a moneymaker this has been. From November 5th to December 5th, trading just one contract after commissions. It's just under $10,000. $10,000. He shared with me in Discord because he's been running it for about 3 months now, and he's up. I think it's over $25,000. I'm kind of looking for my conversation with him. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And Robert happens to be in this niche. He's a professional. He works with another vendor. But look at this P&L. This is from August to November. It's up over $27,000 on this ES strategy that he shared with us. So, I mean, this is over the course of 3 months, and he's at close to $30,000 trading this strategy on just one contract. And he shared this strategy with all of our members in our Discord chat community. We have a channel in our server on the very bottom. It's called the Strategy Collaboration. And let me tell you, there's some real gold nuggets in here from some of our members that, you know, just develop their own strategies and share them. They drop their templates in. This gold scalper, Steve Cherry, made over $2,700 today trading one contract. It was up over 2,700 at one point today. And that's that gold scalper that Steve shared with us. So that's a great channel in our Discord chat called Strategy Collaboration. So just under 10,000 on the ES30 range. The bot, 7,000 over the last month on the ES. That's an ABC entry. That ABC, the next step in our technology, is this self-learning algorithm is going to learn in which market conditions to take which trigger. We have 3 triggers, A, B, and C. It's now learning when to take which entry. And this thing is just going to continue to get more and more powerful. Here's our NQ runner. This is a really this strategy has been very consistent. I pointed it out yesterday in our daily results. In these market conditions, it's not putting up huge numbers, but if you look at the consistency of it, I could show you this month. Looking at this runner, this is the 1 day pass I'm going to get to in just a minute. But my bot and runner in a really tough market, the bot is up just under $500 trading one contract with very little drawdown. This is for the month of December. And the drone is doing very similar. Between the bot and the drone, they're up $1,160 with a 70% win rate. Doing extremely well. Over the course of a full month, or actually 2 months in this case, it's up over $7,000. Now, historically, the NASDAQ and the ES are our most powerful bots. There are times like today when gold or crude oil, just the market conditions, just for one reason or another. And what it is that, listen, these institutions, when these economic news reports come out, they do what they call sector rotation. They're going to rotate their assets or their equity from one asset class to the other where risk is at its lowest. There was a tremendous amount of volatility today in gold, and our bots have their finger on the pulse of the market. That gold bot came right up to the leaderboard this morning, and I was able to jump on it and catch a couple of really nice trades, but it finished up over $2,000 today. But this NQ8U runner over the course of the last few months is up over $7,000 trading just one contract. So I also wanted to touch on our prop trading templates. What can I say? Prop trading has stormed onto the scene, and it's become so popular now. And in fact, we're actually, and this is what I love about Mark Miller, is we're actually going to be starting right line funding, and that's coming soon next year in 2025. But anyway, these prop firms, really the benefit is we're not risking our own capital. We could, for the price of an evaluation, which is for a nominal fee, it gets us into the game. We don't have to worry about blowing our mortgage payment or our child's college tuition. We can kind of put their money at risk and jump into the game with no risk to our own portfolio, our own money. So we have two stages of these prop accounts. The prop accounts, some of them have what they call an evaluation, where before you get the funded account, you have to pass their evaluation. You got to pass this dreaded test where you have to make 3,000 before you lose 2,500. And I'll tell you, I pulled my hair out of my head 3 times trying to pass the thing. It's not easy because they have what they call a trailing drawdown. They've made trading, which is hard to begin with, and added additional rules to make it even a little more difficult. So what we've done for the benefit of our prop traders is we've developed what we call our 1 day pass templates. These are evaluation crushers. And I have a video. I'll show you a really short video that shows it. It's in our shorts channel. Mark Miller takes a long trade on a 1 day pass on the NASDAQ. And it's one trade taken in the time of the day that it makes the most money historically. It leverages the maximum number of contracts on a 50,000 account. They allow you to trade 10 contracts. So we scale it way up to 10 contracts, and we go for 62 ticks of profit. 10 contracts at 62 ticks is $3,000. So on that one trade, he used a trade copier and copied it across 6 evaluations account. And just like that, was able to get 6 funded accounts using a trade copier with our 1-day pass templates. And I had shown my trade performance on that NASDAQ for one reason or another. Well, you know the reason. The NASDAQ is so volatile, and we get these beautiful moves that it could do 60 ticks in a heartbeat. But let me show you this NASDAQ 30 range 1-day pass. 5,700. It's the profitable rate this week, this month for December is 92%. That's not normal. Okay, normally this is much lower, to be honest with you. It does go on hot streaks like this, however. But let's say historically, what I like to put it at is 1 out of 3. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. If you buy 3 evaluations, statistically, I feel very confident telling you that you're going to pass one of the 3, especially if you use the ones that are performing the best that we share with you in our Discord chat group. We tell you every week which ones are doing the best. And if you use those 3, the 3 top ones, 1 out of 3, your chances are extremely good that you're going to pass the evaluation. But what happens after you pass the evaluation? This is the ES on the 1-day pass last month. It looks like the win rate on this one was right about 50%. I could see my profit was 14,000. My losses were 13,000. So about 1 out of 2, which is high. I like to say about 33%. That's our 1-day pass templates, and really it really saves a lot of time. You know, when they run a sale and you get 80 or 90% off, and it's 20 or 30 bucks for an account, you know, to buy 5 or 10 accounts and throw it on the trade copier, you know, and walk away with 3 or 5 or 6 funded accounts in one day, well, it's going to save us a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears as well. But what happens after after we get the funded account? Well, we developed a template that's really doing well. It runs on the NASDAQ, and it takes only the highest probability trades in a very small window of opportunity, a trading hours window that just historically does very well. And with very little risk, it's going to take these trades for you. And the goal is to consistently hammer $200 or $300 a day. You know, think about it. If you have 5 or 10 prop accounts and you have a $200 or $300 per day goal, if you just made $200 a day across 10 accounts, well, that's $2,000 a day. You know, that really adds up to really a game-changing amount of money over the course of a month. With these PA templates that we have, they've allowed Mark to make tremendous payouts through Apex. Another very popular question people ask is, can I use this to trade a prop account? The answer is yes. Listen, probably 60% of our members trade prop accounts using these bots. We've gotten tremendous payouts using these bots. I don't want to mislead you and tell you that you're going to win every time and get a payout every week. That's just not the case. This is not the Holy Grail. It does take losers. Just, you know, it's not the Holy Grail. Market conditions are going to be terrible, and we're going to pull in some losers, and we're going to have some bad days. But the fact of the matter is that once market conditions, you know, aren't so rugged, listen, we're going to really outperform. We're going to have more winning days than we have losing days, and we're going to have an edge over all other retail traders, whether we're trading a prop account or a live account. The technology is really cutting edge, and I truly believe that we're just scratching the surface of the full potential of artificial intelligence. So I want to go ahead and I want to give you my special offer. The special offer, we're doing a holiday special, includes VIP tech support. Listen, I'm proud to say, and I'm not just saying it because I'm on this team, I'm saying it because I know from experience. Our customer service, there's not another vendor out there that has better. At the drop of a dime, you're going to have, you know, our Calendly link, and it doesn't just stop when you place your order. When you place your order, we're going to get on your screen and we're going to set the entire system up for you. Everything comes in pre-formatted templates, from your charts to your automated strategies to building your SIM accounts. Each one of the bots and drones gets a unique SIM account. To your entire workspace is all pre-saved in templates. And we've developed a tool that we can import it and install it on your computer in the flash of in the drop of a dime very quickly. But my point is that the relationship does not end right there. Ongoing for the lifetime of your membership, whenever you need support, myself, Charles, Sergio, Mark, we are all available at most of the time 6 days a week. On the drop of a dime, we're available to assist you in any way possible that we can. So it's for the lifetime of your membership is the point that I'm trying to hammer home. We have some great masterclass modules that not only go into the indicators that the system leverages, but also go through each one of the conditions and triggers that are part of the automated strategy. We've built a unique, you can backtest this in NinjaTrader Strategy Analyzer, and we've developed a unique indicator that allows you to, I think it's even better than the Strategy Analyzer. It allows you to build your own ATM, your own automated strategy. And you could build yours on any time frame using any instrument, and you could set your own conditions. So those masterclass modules are very informative. You will be able to join us every day that we trade the system on YouTube Live. Listen, transparency, you just don't see many vendors that are offering automated systems show it to you before you buy it. We've got a channel on YouTube, and you can go to our YouTube channel. This is ours right here. And on our YouTube channel, we have a tab on our YouTube channel called the Live tab. And right now, David Wise is live, or he was an hour ago. But this morning, we were live from 9:30 to 11, trading the AI auto. Then David Wise jumps in. Some days the Cush will be on. Some days Craig Emery will come on. We're going to be offering a lot of education to our members. We really want to turn this into a win-win relationship, especially now that we're going into right line funding. We're looking for the best traders. We're going to provide you with funding, and we're going to enter into a profit share relationship that's really weighed heavily in your favor. But that's in the future. So if you ever want to join us on YouTube Live, you would click on our YouTube channel, this Live tab, and you'll be able to log right in and watch the system trade on a live market. So here's the special price. We're doing a 25% off site-wide sale for the holiday season. It's actually my favorite time of the year. But anyway, we have a small, medium, and large, a monthly, annual, or lifetime. We're going to keep it at the full Monty. And what I mean by the full Monty is we're going to include all of the chart templates. We refer to it as our discretionary trading system. All of the chart templates, ATM strategies are all included in the special offer. It also includes all of the automated strategies, and I mean the full portfolio, all 6 instruments, all the bots and drones, and we're also including the third component, which is our prop trading templates, all of the one-day passes and PA templates for your performance accounts. So the full Monty is included, 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, monthly, annual, lifetime. 25% off our website price. The monthly goes from $6.99 to $5.24. Now, I'm pretty sure, let me see if Brock, my associate, yeah, Brock is in the room. He's going to put the link in the chat box. I'm pretty sure that if you click on that link that the coupon codes are embedded in the buttons. If not, he'll put the coupon codes in the chat box. So the monthly is $524 a month. The annual membership is normally $29.99. We're going to reduce that to $22.49. $22.49 for the entire year. I always like to break it down if we divide that by 12, and just to see what it comes out to per month. So if we divide the $22.49, so for just under $200, for about $187 per month, you're going to have this system that really is a powerhouse. For $187 a month, you're going to have it for the entire year for $22.49. You're going to get the full portfolio, the entire system. You'll be able to trade it with us live on YouTube every morning, and you're going to be part of our Discord community of traders. And we've got a great community of traders. If you have the means and you're able to do the lifetime, it's really value-wise, it gives you the most bang for your buck. Normally, that lifetime membership, we call it a one-time payment. We don't like to hinge the course of the lifetime of the membership based on a lifetime. We call it a one-time payment. It's a forever license, and normally it's $49.99, and it comes out to $37.49. That's a one-time payment. One-time payment. You own it forever. No ongoing charges. I talk to people all the time. They say, Rory, listen, I hate subscriptions. I don't want this thing rebilling me. Let me swallow the pill the first time and let's get it over with. By doing the one-time payment, you'll never have another payment, and you'll receive all future updates. Any additional markets that we ever add on, you'll receive them for the lifetime of your membership. Something really nice about PayPal, I see it here in the corner of my eye. One of the ways to check out on the website is by using PayPal. You'll see it if you go to the website. They have what's called pay later. What a novel theory. Why pay now when you can pay later? Pay later, the best part about it is there's no interest. You can order, let's say, the annual and do the pay later option, and they'll allow you to split it over 6 months with no interest. So it makes it a little bit more palpable, more palatable, an easier pill to swallow, splitting it up over 6 months with no interest. So $22.49 for the annual, $37.49. That's a one-time payment, and you'll own it forever. Hi, Janice. How many PCs can it be installed? MB, that's a good question. JR, if you put your name and your number in the chat box, I'll give you a call and I'll discuss that with you. MB, if you take advantage of the offer today, then yes, we can do that for you. If you'll put your name and your number in the chat box, only I can see it. I can assure you that nobody else can see it. Put your name and number in. Let me give you a call. You're kind of asking questions that are really personal to you. I know, Janice. I wish. Yeah, but what Janice says, and she says, I love your presentation, but it would help if you had a $200 monthly tryout. Listen, I agree. I wish we could do that. But what we do, the monthly tryout, of course, is the monthly option for $524. However, what I would encourage you to do is do your due diligence. Jump in on our YouTube channels. Check out a couple of the sessions that have been recorded historically, and see what you're getting yourself into before jumping in. And we give you the opportunity for free to watch the system trade on a live market. Once we start putting resources and time into it, unfortunately, as a business, we have to charge you for it. Is mentorship included? Great question, Namra. You know, it's funny because we have a new client. His name is Abdu, and we have a client named Steven and several others. When you first come aboard, just like any other system, there's this learning curve. You know, you don't just get it and you know, something clicks in your head and you know what you're doing. No, there's a learning curve. So what we do is we make ourselves available to meet with you a few times a week to answer your questions, to go over the results, to tell you which bots we're trading and show you why we're trading those. And we teach you our methodology. So between running the bots on your system, participating in our YouTube live streams, and becoming an active member in our Discord community, your learning curve is significantly shortened. So Namra, you may want to call that a mentorship, because we do make ourselves a bit available to help you. All right, well, listen, I've gone way over my time, and I really touched on things that I didn't really plan on touching on, but I wanted to give you a good picture of the AI auto trader and its full potential. What we do in our Discord chat, just to end with a few testimonials, we post the daily results, and then we're going to wrap it up. Every single day, you're going to see which strategies are working the best. This is from Wisconsin Pat. He went from an annual to a lifetime member. He learned our methodology, and he's able to use this powerful tool to make consistent money, consistent profits, trading the bots that are doing the best. So to show you a few testimonials on some of how our other traders are doing, I want to get going because I know I'm over my time. We have a lot of members that are doing extremely well trading this system. Steve happens to be one of them. He keeps sharing these great strategies, the NQ scalper, the gold scalper. This guy is just incredible. Like Robert, he shares with our community some very powerful strategies. Sood, he got 3 valuations into funded accounts very recently. So we have a tremendous amount of traders. Simon on one day made $16,000. Last week in one day, Mark on YouTube made over $50,000. Can you imagine making $50,000 in one trading session? Well, this technology provides you the ability. It has the potential to do it. We have a lot of members that are doing it. Limit Up, Suzanne. My favorite testimonial is from Gary Sparks. Listen, we're in a competitive niche, and somebody in YouTube had asked Gary, this nice gentleman by the name of Michael Edwards, had asked him, you know, what he thought comparing our bots to some of our competitors. And I'm not going to call out any of our competitors' names, but you could read this bottom testimonial. And in Gary's experience, after purchasing several of our competitors' bots, you could see that he says that RLT kills it. So the reason why we're having this success is the technology that we've integrated into our bots. So we've got a really great 25% site-wide special through the end of the year. For this Sunday, we're doing the full Monty. Order this weekend, you're going to get everything. The prop trading templates, the discretionary charts, the automated templates. You're going to get the full Monty for the discounted pricing. That sale ends this Sunday at midnight. So I just want to end by saying this. If your trading journey has been like mine, a rocky one, full of pitfalls and potholes, blown out trading accounts, disappointment, frustration, and a lot of profanity, you are not alone. I come to you with a message of hope today. If you're as bad as me at trading, and I'm one of the worst, I assure you of that, these automated bots have the potential to be a game changer in your trading career. And I hope that you'll take me up on my offer. I hope that you have a blessed holiday season, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye. Listen, put your name and your number in. I want to answer your questions. Please, Namra, JR, Cliff, put your name and number in the chat box. I'd like to give you a call. Thanks again for joining me, everybody. Have a great weekend. So long.